if you're a streamer, chances are you use a Logitech C920 or C922 as your webcam, because for the last 8 years, quite frankly, there hasn't been a really good alternative. Until now. This is the Redragon GW800 streamer webcam. It is a 1080p 30fps webcam that looks to take on the Logitech C920 and C922. As far as pricing goes, it is slightly cheaper, where a Logitech pre-COVID pricing for a C920 was about 1,000 to 1,200 Rand here in South Africa. This guy is going for 740 Rand on Takealot at the moment. In the US, you can pick it up on Amazon for $45 US. If my pricing's wrong, I'll have a correct one on the screen somewhere. As far as build quality goes, this guy's a lot lighter than my C922, which is recording this right now, but the plastics still seem pretty good. The camera looks like it's gonna fit into most setups. As far as mounting goes, it's got your pretty standard clip to sit on the monitor, and it also has a thread so you can mount it on whatever bracket or boom arm that you want. Same as a Logitech C920 or a C922. But what this does that it doesn't, at least at first glance, is swivel. Yeah, it has a nice swivel to it. But how's it going to compare to a Logitech C920 or C922? Well, I'm going to plug this thing into my PC, or I already have because I'm redoing this intro, and we're going to compare it side by side to my C922. We're going to put it in a couple games so you know what it's going to look like in a streaming environment. Then we're going to try it out with my green screen. So let's jump back to Luke from almost a week ago, who doesn't have the sexy beginnings of a mustache and some neater hair. And he's just gonna run through it with you. Okay, now we're at my computer. Both cameras are plugged in. I've got the one light I use just to keep my face lit up on to sort of do it. Both cameras are plugged in at the same time to make this as even as possible. I also set both cameras to default. Well, I haven't changed anything on the Redragon, it just got plugged in. But my Logitech, I went into the Logi software and changed everything back to default, just to make sure this is an out-of-the-box, even comparison of the two webcams. Field of vision is pretty similar. This one over here is the Redragon, and this one over here is the Logitech C922. I will probably have them labeled at either above or below. We'll see where I put the labels in. Color, straight off the bat. The Redragon is a little colder and a lot sharper than my Logitech over here. The Logitech's got the warmer colors. I actually don't know which one's more accurate. I mean, the green is a lot more accurate on the Redragon, but when it comes to my actual face and my skin, the Logitech's a little warmer. It's smooth. This is 1080p, 30 FPS, and it's a smooth 30 FPS. And I'm not getting any issues with this Redragon. So far, the Redragon's making it difficult to justify the slightly more expensive Logitech. And if you're buying at the time of recording, while there is the COVID pandemic going on and the Logitech cameras are all disappearing, it's incredibly hard to justify the price difference, because the Redragon hasn't gone up in price, it hasn't shot up because it's new, but the Logitech has just ridiculously priced. It's 3 times its normal price. But this camera is aimed at streamers, so let's fire up a game, put me in the corners of the game with both cameras going on at once, show you what it looks like in game, and then we're going to pull the green screens to see which one is easier to set the green screen up on OBS. Just going to snap to transition. Okay, so we've got a game of Halo 3 in the background here from Master Chief Collection. And looking at my preview, I think with these darker scenes, I prefer my Logitech on my second monitor here, looking at the preview here. I don't know. It's not a big difference. It's really hard to justify buying the more expensive camera. I prefer the color on my Logitech, I'm gonna be honest. But I can't actually decide, especially when it's really this small. It's difficult to tell any quality issues. And normally streamers are this size or smaller in the little corners of their screens while they're streaming. It's difficult to justify. Okay, ultimate test, let's pull up the green screens and see what happens, because I'm starting to think that this Redragon is flushing out the colors in the background a bit, which may really hamper the ability for me to use a green screen. Time to enable the green screen. Yes, it is definitely fleshing out the colors, because the green was quite vibrant before it was my background. But let's go enable it. Let's play around with the chroma key a little to see if I can get it to fix itself.
Make it quick. Sorry, sir.
But yeah.
Your armor's still in partial lock.
Okay. I have spent the last freaking hour trying to get the green screen to work. At one point I had it slightly better than this. And I've had to change my lighting as well. I got my top light on. You could get the green screen working with this if you're willing to spend a lot of time playing. If you have a better lighting situation than me, to get a more like even color on your green screen. But as you can see, the Logitech right now, this Logitech, brilliant. The green screen looks fantastic. But with the Redragon, oh boy. Conclusion time. The Hitman is actually a fantastic camera, and if it wasn't such a mission to get working with a green screen, I would 100% use it to replace my Logitech. That being said, you could probably still get it to work fairly well with a green screen if you're willing to play around. So if you're willing to try LUTs, color correction, gamma, and really try play around, maybe have more even lighting in the background so it doesn't flash out as much, then yes, it is good for a green screen. If you're not using a green screen, it is very difficult to justify the price of the Logitech. So I 100% recommend the Redragon if you're not using a green screen. I use a green screen a lot. I don't want to go through all that effort, so I'm going to keep using my Logitech for now. There is another Redragon camera though called the GW800 Apex, which is priced at 999, so 1,000 Rand here in South Africa, about $60 US, and it might actually be better than the Logitech. I don't know, I haven't tried it, but given the fact that it's a model up from the Redragon, and the Redragon comes close, fairly close in terms of quality, it might be worth it. So if anyone has a GW900 that they don't mind me playing around with to do a review, hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. I'm happy just to play it around and give it back to you afterwards. But otherwise, thanks for watching. My name is Luke from Happy's Tech Hut. You can follow me on all my social medias linked down below. Have a fantastic day and thanks for watching!